No.
Okay, well, we'll see if the Navi hate is warranted. But you are
No,
going
I,
with them
I,
this
I,
game, so
I don't hate them, bro.
I gotcha. All right, we're gonna go live here, guys, for the VOD. Just real quick, toggling off the draft. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OG versus Navi. Best of three showdown here in the playoffs of MDL Macau. Some juicy pro circuit points up for grabs. Winner of this will move on to the grand finals. They will be facing the winner of the next match, VP versus TNC. All three series will be played in succession today. I'm LD, your host. I'm joined here by Winter. And we've got the draft just now starting, and already, Winter, it is interesting. We see the Broodmother first phase banned by NaVi. And OG, the DK removed. The draft has changed a lot from the group stage where it was almost exclusively support bans.
I mean, group and playoff, the pick and bans are usually quite different because of the group games are usually tend to be viewed as like data, and then you try to prepare and pick. I mean, you have a lot of time to prepare. That's why the pick and bans would be very different.
Yeah, and obviously these are two heroes that showed a lot of success and took over games. I'm pretty
Uh,
sure everyone here probably saw that 4v1. Actually, it was more like a 6v1 resolution Dragon Knight domination session. Got a double rampage on the DK. Navi's run the hero very successfully. We've seen obviously Super from LFY take over games, so not surprised at all he gets banned, though. I suppose on paper you can counter him in the lanes. He's come back so frequently in the mid game. And the
yeah,
Brood, just a curveball hero that makes it very annoying to set up your lane. So I like the bans, even if they are a lot different from the groups.
yeah. Especially for Navi, they hate it when they have to like, because I said before, Navi is a team that they like to pick their own stuff. They don't really like to adjust to their opponents too much. And Brood is a kind of like a hero that you see it,
OG's turn
you
to
feel like,
pick.
oh my god, you have to pick this hero, suddenly you have to pick that hero, otherwise you'll be having a lot of problems.
Yeah, a lot of control supports getting banned out, and two of the big defensive ones, the Shadow Demon, as well as the Wyvern. The Illusion heroes might not be as popular nowadays, but I mean, versus
10
OG,
seconds
can never
remaining.
really argue with that too much.
Elder
So
Titan,
5 seconds
he's
remaining.
been a big one.
I mean, illusion heroes can always
Dire
be good.
team pick.
Like Navi plays Phantom Lancer and CK. They are heroes that, when picked in a very good situation, they are like almost like a auto win kind of hero. Like for example, if the enemy has too many single target heroes, like they
10
can't
seconds
clear out the
remaining.
illusions, then PL and CK can be very strong. They are both,
5
I think, favorite
seconds
heroes for
remaining.
Crystallize.
Of course, the Morphling has been a go-to for many
Dire
teams.
team
Generally,
pick.
don't see him quite this early, but a hero that a lot of players have been tweeting about how broken he is. I feel like at least half the teams have had one player tweet something to that effect. So certainly something to keep your eyes on heading towards the second phase. For now, Navi grab the Air Spirit, so they get their early lane
10
control.
seconds remaining.
The tri-lane mid hero.
The make my lane
5
easy for Mr.
seconds
Dendy.
remaining.
That will be the plan.
It's been working for them, Like, they have this system where everyone knows what they're gonna do, but they can still
OG's
win, even
turn
if
to
the enemy
pick.
tries to like bring the fight to them. In like a lot of the games, you see the mid lane becomes a brawl, six heroes in middle, and they leave the other two side lanes to a 1v1.
I get the Rubik, so two good roamers here. Definitely supports
10
they're going to need their
seconds
levels
remaining.
though to be relevant later on in the game, but they can
Rubik
certainly add that early
5
assistance mid.
seconds remaining.
Rubik is really strong now. Ever since I feel the buff, I mean the change to the null field made the hero very useful now. Like
Yeah,
he's really
we
good
saw that
in.
yesterday. The Rubik with the pipe on his team and the two hoods, like the magic
Yeah.
damage, just they completely shrugged it off, especially later in the game.
I mean, that was the defense. That's the defensive one. I'm talking more of like the offensive null field.
Oh, okay.
It's very good with specific heroes. Like Earth Spirit is quite decent with Rubik. When you drop your Magnetize and the Rubik turns on the null field active. I mean the aggressive null field.
So what do OG want to finish this up? They get the shaman, they get their early push from Fly.
Tuska maybe? Shadow Shaman Tuska.
Get the
Maybe swing
Jarek's
out.
hero. Oh, there you go.
OG's turn
You're on
to
point
bat.
today. That
Tuska,
coffee is working for you, Winter.
Tuska is Earth Spirit's like twin. Maybe they don't look alike, but they do the same thing in the game, early game. They try to do the same thing, but right now I would say I personally value Tusk more than Earth Spirit.
10
I used to
seconds
value Earth
remaining.
Spirit more than Tusk, but now I value Tusk more than Earth Spirit because
5
of the
seconds remaining.
creeps. You can block the creeps on the off lane. I think that's very important
Dire
right now.
team ban.
Well, OG, even though they have this shaman, still don't want to deal with the Morph Menace. They will ban him out, as it is NaVi with the first pick coming out of this phase. Seems like carries on the menu for quick bans. Dusa getting removed as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe setting up for one of those like illusion-based heroes for NaVi.
5 seconds remaining.
Like I said, if it's too much single target, then CK and PL automatically becomes like very good picks. Right now, both openings are kind of ambiguous. Not very sure what they want. They can do a lot of different things. You're not very sure about what they
OG's turn
what
to
they
ban.
are planning to do. I mean, the bans can tell you a little bit. Like the Medusa and Gyro. So they're both heroes that are good at defending against pushes because they clear out waves quickly. They can defend towers easily with
10
the
seconds
split shot and the
remaining.
flat cannon. And OG is banning out. I mean,
5
morphing is just
seconds remaining.
Just morphling, you know. There's no
Yeah, just
rationale required to ban him.
Dire
Really.
team pick.
They'll remove the Bat Rider here as well. Still, not. I mean, not too much. Not too much you can glean from those OG bans, really.
Yeah, because the Bat Rider is like kind of a good hero for Navi. They like to pick it for general a lot, and can be very annoying in the lane if you have like a weak carry against it.
10 seconds remaining.
So what do Navi want? I mean, you
5
mentioned this hero is great
seconds
against push.
remaining.
They're great against illusions as well. I wonder what they're thinking heading into this third pick. Still don't have their offlaner, so they could kind of hide those carries.
Usually at this point, if you're not sure what to pick, you just pick a Razor. Like you pick something like a Razor.
I mean, the
or Mirana.
Deadly Viper. We haven't seen so much of it lately.
I like Razor more at this junction, more than the Viper, because Razor can be more flexible than the Viper. You can lane him in different ways, like the safe lane on the mid.
Gotcha.
And in some cases, you can even go aggro lane because the enemy. Like let's say they have the Rubik, right? Rubik and Razor is very good synergy because you live into the static link. You drain a lot of damage. You can go aggro if you feel the enemy has a very weak carry.
OG's turn to pick.
Here comes the Weaver. So
Mm,
interesting.
kind of same. I think kind of same reason, but I think the Weaver is more valuable for Navi because they play Weaver off lane as well. I mean, it's the same. Actually, it's the same for Razor. Like they play him in two roles, and
10
Weaver is also
seconds
a hero that they
remaining.
play in two roles. I know General plays the hero, Crystalline plays the hero. I've never
5
seen Dandy play the
seconds
hero yet,
remaining.
but still a flexi pick for them, and it gives them the option to go
Dire
aggro
team pick.
because he's a strong laner.
The S4 puck snagged up here. So that's a good way to control the Weaver. Can really deal with that Lincoln's build that many Weavers like to go for.
Puck is not so good against Weaver because when you face shift, right, the
10
bugs are still
seconds
latching on you.
remaining.
Yeah, and it's hard to lane against him as well if he just gets if he doesn't get help in the
5
off
seconds
lane.
remaining.
But as far as like the
kinda-
mid game ganks, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of like. Maybe I kind of like Underlord, yes, for Navi, but I know they don't. They're probably not gonna prioritize this hero so much. They like something like maybe Beastmaster, this kind of more aggressive heroes. Because Underlord is like good against the puck and the tusk.
The drunken sloppy mess himself, the Brewmaster, grabbed by NaVi.
They have a lot. They have a lot of like good spells against the. I would say the tusk is actually quite good against the brew. You know the sigil slows like the
10
things
seconds
down, so
remaining.
you have a very hard time like chasing. I actually think tusk maybe you can
5
consider
seconds remaining.
getting early points, like more points in the sigil, because usually what people do is like they just have priority in the shots and the snowball. But against Brewmaster, you can consider getting a few extra points early in the sigil to just annoy the split, so he deals less damage.
So we've got some carries here to pick up for OG. We've seen them run a fair amount of Death Prophet, Tiny on occasion. Shadow Fiend is a hero both teams have picked. Drow
Hmm.
Ranger comes out here or there, but no Dusa to pair with it.
Sven. Not sure if they want Sven. Sven's okay at killing the
The
blade.
Brew.
Yeah, and you have armor against Weaver. It could be decent. I mean, they have the dispel to remove the Warcry though. That'll be annoying. Or like Monkey King, Park Monkey King. Like I said, it's very good combo. Coil and Wukong's command.
Yeah, we've seen some crazy Monkey King performances here and there over the last month or so. Definitely here that can take over if you don't have the control. And you would get some farm this game with the lineup they have.
Dire team back.
See what OG go for. It is the Shadow Fiend, so they get their big team fight as well. You've now got really 4 excellent team fighters. Very nuke heavy for the most part until the Shadow Fiend gets farmed later on.
They're gonna have to protect him with the Tusk, because Navi has the
10
Osprey,
seconds remaining.
and then they're probably gonna pick like some Queen of Pain or Viper against this Shadow Fiend.
5
I think that's what they're
seconds
gonna do.
remaining.
Either one of those.
OG's turn to ban.
And the Drow does get removed, so Navi definitely doing their homework. They know OG have loved that hero for a long time. On and off, will definitely still go for it, and could help really shore up the weaker looking lanes with the Puck and Shadow Fiend if they get that.
I think they'll
10
pick
seconds
Juggernaut
remaining.
so they can group up and push. But Juggernaut is not so good against Weaver
5 seconds remaining.
because he has that bug on you, and then you can't really hit him in the fights. He kites you easily.
And he can kill the ward pretty easily too.
Yeah, but it seems like they might want to group up and push because they ban out the Tinker. So the last pick it might be like some Luna Jug, something to push. Not sure about Laundroot, but yeah, it seems to me that they want to just
10
plan to group up and
seconds
just take down
remaining.
towers together.
As for Navi, do you think they're are they well positioned to deal with that right now?
They got Panda and Earth Spirit.
So
They have good team
good team
fight
fight, yeah.
to defend the push.
And then if you expect that coming, you want to see like a Viper or Razor, is what you're saying, right?
I said Viper or Quad, but Razor could work as well.
Okay.
Dire
A lot of ways to
team
kite Razor with the Tusk, but no, OG. Oh. The Naga comes out with her bedazzling song. So you got that.
Naga's like the brew counter.
Just
like,
let him split
yeah.
and then song and deal with him.
I mean, I guess you
10
can say it goes
seconds
both ways
remaining.
because you can't song and run away. The speed will always chase you down and cyclone you
5
and stun you.
seconds remaining.
But yeah, that's a very strange pick because the hero is not even that good now in the patch. I mean, but they like to run it, like you said. They like this kind of illusion heroes. And
I mean, it
very
gives
good
them team fight, right? It sets up for the Requiem. You can drop the wards. You can get the Puck in position. Like, there is a lot of synergy, but
Yeah,
the hero itself, will it be able to find the farm, and will it fit the tempo that we thought OG wanted?
yeah. The tempo is weird because the other 4 heroes wants to fight a lot. But then again, you can say that this 4 is gonna make space for the Naga. So he gets his Radiance.
So how does Navi respond? They ban some of those better illusion counters. They go for an illusion hero of their own. It's a PL.
Dandy's playing
Crystallized PL and a Dendy Brew. Ooh. He's generally on more of like a semi carry. You rarely see him on this like pure tempo controller.
I think they're actually kind of like. I think they might be going aggro lane with this Weaver.
So
And
leave the
PL
PL
is-
1v1 against Puck.
Or they go aggro with the Pia and the Weaver against Puck. I think whichever they think is a better matchup for them.
Both of them are pretty good, right?
Because you kind of want to pressure the Naga and the SF. You don't really want to put your resources too much resource on the Puck. Yeah, as long as the 1v1 matchup is good, and then you are able to pressure the other 2 lanes. I think that would be really good for Navi.
All right. Overall thoughts here on the draft, Winter? The Naga curveball and the PL retort from Navi. Any favorite?
No clear favorite though. I just have this bad feeling about this Naga. That's all.
Bad for the Naga or bad for Navi?
Bad feeling for the Naga. Naga. I don't really feel super good about this Naga pick here.
Alright, let's see if Winter's premonition turns out to be correct here, guys. We get underway. NaVi taking on OG, best of 3 showdown at MDL Macau. Again, for those who didn't already hear, there are 2 casts going on, so we know a lot of people have really enjoyed Cyclops the last couple weeks. You can check him out over on Beyond the Summit too if you'd like to hear his coverage of the game, or stick around here and stay tuned with me and Winter. So the teams are going to head out. We get underway, game 1. It is best of 3. It is single elimination, so you lose this series, you will finish in the bottom 2. It's going to be Naga heading towards the bottom lane for now. Nothing too surprising there. But
So
more importantly, NaVi, do they go aggressive?
They did a base smoke, right? They once, like I explained this to you before, when you do this kind of base smoke, it's because you want to run out. It's not because you want to kill. It's you want to get out a little bit faster to scout the lane, so you can actually get that slightly deeper ward down to see what kind of lane setup that the enemy is running.
And they get some good wards here. They've got one towards the bottom lane, one over towards mid.
Yeah, seems like they're gonna do aggro lane.
OG are trying to. Are they
dodge,
trying to
right?
dodge here? Looks like they might
did they
be.
see anything? Did they see anything with their wards? Don't think so, right?
I think they might have seen 1 or 2 NaVi heroes bottom with just with their heroes, but I think Notail was peeking out earlier.
The other thing about this aggro idea that I have is because you're up against the Tusk, right? The Tusk is gonna shard. Look at what Jarek's gonna do. He's gonna shard this lane. So it's like pointless to have like 2 heroes at top or 3. You wanna just give this a 1v1 lane.
Just
make this
take
a 1v1
advantage
lane.
of the fact that you can pull the wave back and be safe.
Not really though. What I meant is like because he's gonna do this block, like this Jarek's Tusk, he's gonna block the creeps. So you put a 1v1 matchup, and because the Tusk is not gonna be in the other lane, so you put more heroes in the other lanes at the start to kind of take advantage of it.
Yeah, so they are going to go with the more standard setup here. Resolution just grabbing that early bounty rune. He heads back to mid. He'll be matched up against Dendy. No real support help for now. Looks like Fly is trying to make the rotation, but Roger there to punish him with the Oov pickup. Takes almost half that Shaman's HP away very early. So Resolution will have to deal with Dendy in a more 1v1, but they're going to bring in additional reinforcements. Jarek's even joining the fray after the shards top. So at least the Puck in the off lane up against a dual lane here, PL as well as Rubik. And with the lane shuffling kind of settling down, we'll see a 2v2 mid as well.
So this 2v2 should be quite... I don't know, I think Panda will be doing better at the start. SF will start to catch up when he gets his levels. That's usually the case. Because Panda has quite good damage at early levels. Look at the difference. He's 63 now. SF is 46 plus 4, 50.
Yeah, 52 now, but definitely struggling Rezo is, and not to mention you've got that Drunken Haze spam to potentially mitigate your last hits. As General playing dangerously here bottom, almost gets brought down by Notail with the Riptide, the salve up.
No salve. Weaver doesn't have a salve.
But General just gonna have to tango his way back into the lane.
And top lane, S4 is 3 CS, same CS as General, but he's still in full condition, like almost full health. He's doing much better than the Weaver.
Yeah, getting his levels, that's certainly what he's most concerned about. See Jarek's a little stacking here for the Shadow Fiend as the bounty runes start to spawn. NaVi, they got the early extra bounty rune advantage, and looks like that'll happen again. Gonna grab another 3. So 6 bounty runes for them thus far. PL is farming well, Brewmaster doing pretty well in the mid lane. It's just that off-lane Weaver who appears to be struggling, but General gonna get to apply a little pressure here on Fly. Pokes him with an auto attack. He'll back away. He has tangoed back to healthy HP. He should be able to resume his laning presence. But they've got a sentry, and he really does have to be careful not to get burst here.
I mean, they can't really help the Weaver now because it's an offlane puck against PL if they leave it alone. I think.
Oh, Roger going for the courier snipe against it once. Oh, the shard block. He won't get that second attack at Resolution. A very juicy first blood now claimed by OG. Jarex was ready. Or if he wasn't ready, he did a good job at reacting.
I'm not sure if they knew he was there, but they just didn't have him in vision. And I mean, it's quite
They knew he was around because they had this hill ward, and they have seen Jarex pulling earlier, so they had an idea he could be there.
I mean, it's not the most conventional hero to kill a courier with. So not something you would expect, but bottom lane, General taking a big amount of beating here in the lane. It's not going to have a good time at all. Like compared to the Puck. Puck is having a much better time here. CS wise, they're almost the same, but Puck is able to, he used a lot less regen than the Weaver. Weaver has like almost, yeah, he actually just got a bottle. Okay, so he's gonna have that for him.
Yeah, so with that, the Shadow Fiend's still getting out CS'd, as you mentioned, has the early deficit here in last hits, but it's going to equalize in the bottom lane. They make their move. General diving onto Fly with the help of Roger. The Swarm will finish him off. Nice kill there on Fly now. General able to Sakuchi away.
Ooh, this
So
is
they
good.
do strike back.
Double
and
rune.
They get that bottom lane going, and he will get the runes, as you mentioned. Seneko clipped by the snowball here, and with the help of the Puck, he's in too deep. He'll end up going down. So retaliation by OG, make it 2-1.
Yeah, and he wasted his TP. I'm not sure why he was so optimistic about that TP. Tusker hasn't used his snowball. I guess he thought the Tusker was still level 1. But he has to walk his way back out the lane, so gonna take some time. Roger trying to set up for mid on the SF. SF is still in his quite a weak state now. Doesn't have boots.
Yeah, he does have a good amount of damage at least now, so should be able to CS more effectively moving forward. Assuming they don't gank him. The ward gonna expire fairly soon, and it's right around now when OG get their own ward up, so Roger's next move on mid might be a lot tougher.
Look at the two wards that they just placed not long, both in middle lane for OG. OG is like expecting NaVi to make a lot of heavy rotations. That's why they have these two wards here in the mid lane to just make sure the SF is fine.
I mean, why not? You know, No Tail's having a great time bottom, 30 CS.
It's not fine. He is dead.
They roll in, grab the kill. Simultaneously, looks like NaVi wants to set up on No Tail, but that's not an easy kill. Rolling Boulder will connect. Boulder smash forward. They dive with the Sakuchi. He's going to mirror image out of it, try to retreat, but the Swarm still on him. The TP does get cancelled. Can they complete this kill? One more Sakuchi ought to do the trick. Through the trees. No Tail with the jukes. Not sneaky enough, and they'll go in again here on Dendi. This time the retaliation is coming from NaVi. Double TP, but down Dendi goes again. That's 2 kills on that mid lane.
Triple TP actually. I mean, OG understands that NaVi tends to give a lot of priority so that Dendi gets a good lane, and making sure that Dendi does not get a good lane this time.
Seneko, this cliff has not been kind to him. He's walked up once there and died. It might be a second time, or is it a beautiful bait? The Boulder smash back, the shard's gonna connect, and Seneko, down he goes again. That is the cliff of doom for him. In comes General, diving bottom. The action really starting to ramp up here. Wants to make a go on Fly, but afraid of those TP rotations and the long duration disable. He won't commit.
Yep. Right now it's all about the Earth Spirit against the Tusk. They are both competing against each other. How many kills can you set up? I can do more. It's all about the two like position force, running around, putting down vision, creating opportunities to kill, backing up their team, and it seems like Navi's gonna smoke now. They're gonna try to help the Brew recover.
This is an important one, as Jerax is going for a high ground D-ward. They're going to roll on him. So at the very least, even if they get this kill, it's not the Shadow Fiend. They'll clap him, push him back, beat him down a little bit, and Jerax just starts walking away. They get the lift off, and eventually the crit completes the kill. Still though, takes the gank for the Shadow Fiend, going for a D-ward, so works out.
I think they might have actually already seen that ward again. They put a ward recently and they got D-warded, and now Seneko just placed another mid lane ward, I think, which was scouted out by the observer across the river. So I think OG might be able to deward this too. Oh, Seneko.
Oh, Seneko, he's been in the wrong neighborhood a few times this game, but in comes support this time. Rolling forward is Roger. Tries to bail out his buddy. The Riptide's there. The snowball goes the other way, drags them back towards the Earth Spirit. This might allow them both to get out. General's even coming in well. Roger, quite well caged. Perhaps not. They bring him down. Seneko comes back in. Roger's like, I tried to save you, man. You better not die, but the net comes through. He's likely dead as well. Locked in position, Jerax with the snowball cooling down momentarily. The sigil flies high, up to the high ground, won't get back to safety, so he dies too anyway. The sacrifice for naught, as it turns out.
That was rather unusual.
Jerax, a little bounty snag there. Rolls in on Roger. So it feels like OG just outplaying Navi in some of these little skirmishes, and they're going to do so again. As Dendi goes for the split, he will get silenced, coiled, and dealt with. They get another kill. Roger rolls in late. S4 is looking for more with this haster, and he might die if he's got an orb cooling down soon. He's content with the kill. That is death number 3 for Dendi. Has not gotten a split off yet.
Yep, and they smoke again. They want to go bottom to kill this Naga. Things have not been going well for this Brewmaster. I mean, NaVi can still like get themselves back in the game if they can get like 1 or 2 good fights with the Panda and the Osprey.
OG are waiting again, Winter. Smokes are going to break up both sides. Seneko walking in first, straight into the waiting arms of OG, who just collect their free kill and now maybe make it 2. Roger gets interrupted trying to roll out of there. The Sigil coming through. One more auto attack should get the job done. The net committed. Well, the Rays will miss, but OG, they'll take that as well. Everything backfiring horribly for NaVi.
Oh, D-Bot. Another D-Bot, oh my god.
They're really pressing it, and OG just seems ready for these movements.
They're reading everything NaVi is doing. Like I said, NaVi is a team that they tend to stand on their ground a lot. They don't like to change what they do, so they become easily predictable about their priorities, how they play, where they're rotating to. And OG is just, reading everything.
So what's NaVi's pathway back into the game here?
The team fight. They need to use the split, and the Osprey is not 6 yet, but at some point he's going to get his ultimate. Those are the things that they are going to have to rely on to get back into the game.
That sounds scary, because OG are no slouches in the team fight department. Hell, they've already got a Val on the puck. He's level 9 now, so his presence will be a lot to deal with as he looks for this kill on Roger. They've used that Veil, goes with the auto attacks. Roger, no teleport available. It's on cooldown, tries to roll away, doesn't get very far. S4 continuing to do work here in the offlane. As long as he doesn't miss too much more, he'll get the kill again. This puck continues to come through for OG. We've seen it quite a few times as of late.
Highest level hero on the map.
In the offlane, and I mean, he wasn't like fully. It's not like they tri-laned him or anything, but he's really getting out of control.
Yeah, because it's a PL, What can a PL do to the puck? You lance him, he just dodges with the phase shift. And he has a very high damage to get creeps and pressure
It's
the
going to be
PL.
another death here for Seneko. The illusion's not quite enough damage to bring him down, but he's got a TP away.
Gosh.
And he only TP'd to the tower, so...
They need to get like 1 act together with the Brewmaster split, at least for now, to get some momentum into the game. Otherwise, these 2 supports are going to have a very hard time getting their level 6. Because Weaver is not like a rotating offlane, right? He is more like someone that wants to sit in the lane and farm and wants the team. I mean, obviously you can rotate as a Weaver, but it's less effective as like a, say, a Clockwork or a Bat Rider. Like you want people to come to your lane if you're a Weaver, not you moving it to another lane.
OG start to rev up the push machine here. They'll plant down the wards. They've got S4 standing vigilantly on top of them. They get that silence off on S4, but no blink yet on Dendi, so they'll try to hold this tower at the very least. Quickly, the Shaman moves on mid. They might try to push here instead. Jarek's up in front. Wards bringing the tower low. The Brew split committed just to deal with these. Well,
serious?
He stops the tower from going down, but now OG say free tower mid.
Yeah, they're gonna just push mid, no split, and they got a D-Ward, like I said, they saw the ward, so they, in the space of what, 3 minutes, they D-Warded 3 of their observer wards. Look at NaVi's vision. Wow, they have no wards now on the map. Okay, they have 1 now, but Jarek saw the ward again.
And he tells Seneko too, moving in on him, not quite level 6, so Seneko backs away, but the Sigil chase him, and while that's happening, S4, he's found not 1, but 2. General locked in position as the Weaver, but he does have a double damage rune here, as well as the time lapse gets back to safety. Still, Jarek's looking to pursue with the help of Notel, has the song. Not going to use it, and so OG, they know that Bruce split's on cooldown, they just descend on mid. Our Spirit's still not level 6. And this should be another tier 1 going... Oh, actually, I guess not another tier 1. They did hold the tower top, but soon another tier 1. It's very low. The bottom tower denied by Seneko. This mid tower in jeopardy. If NaVi come to defend, they're walking into the Psalm, potentially. Notel's gonna set it up. This looks ugly.
Oh my god.
Wait for the Requiem. Look for the timing. Oh, he cancels it. He gets silenced, but it's not really gonna matter. The nuke damage for OG just punching their way through NaVi. They'll grab 2. And they'll take the tower as well. So that's 2 tier 1s down. The top tower definitely going to die in the next push. It's very low. From bad to worse for the boys in gold.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think the split was really premature there. Using a split to defend a tower. I don't know. That actually caused like it's like a chain sequence of events happening because of that. Losing the mid tower and then them dying there because they don't have split.
Yeah,
They have to
I
get
feel like he just
one
really
back.
wanted A to keep the tower up and B to like farm the blink, you know, but it was costly because OG just immediately responded with that push.
I mean, you can only choose to defend one tower, right? You can't split and try to like. I felt like they were kind of greedy, trying to defend both of the towers there. At least you take a fight at one tower, you give the other tower, but you try to get kills in that tower defense. I think that would be reasonable for them, considering they're not having a good time.
So, as far as Navi's hopes of coming back here, they're down pretty substantially. Looks like they're close to the Seneko level 6. They just got the Roger magnetized. They got the PL defusal. The Dendi blink is near, so they'll have that opportunity for like a slight power spike here, but it's just tough to take a fight into OG.
I mean, they have to make this move work. This dagger and magnetize. They have to win a fight.
And they're gonna start it off mid. They lock down Jerax, taking that tusk, but he snowballs, stalls it out. Nowhere much to go. And he will eventually fall. A hail of spears brings him down, so they get the tusk kill. But can Navi transition into a tower? They're not really that good at pushing towers until the Weaver gets items.
They're good at killing heroes.
And OG might be giving them some potential kills if they stick around
Oh,
here.
they made the scan. The scan didn't spot them out.
Oh, it just misses Dendi. He skirts around it. They still get scared, though. They back away as Dendi blinks in, flies into the trees. He tries to slow this push down. The wards again. This time he'll save the split.
Yeah,
And it looks like they'll hold this tower, about half HP remaining.
they have a really good idea of what's happening because you look at their vision. They have a observer ward behind the tier 2. They don't see anyone there, so either they are smoking towards them or they're coming from the side. Hence, they scan the side. But even though it missed, they have like a rough idea that Navi is already coming. They're just outmaneuvering their opponents and they're reading the Navi movement very well. So, but still, Navi has to do something with this blink and magnetize. They have to win a fight.
Winter, this you're gonna love. Look at what Resolution is rushing. Straight into the BKB on the Shadow Fiend.
Why not? They have Earth Spirit, Rubik, Panda, a lot of like disables.
Not a whole lot to deal with a BKB Shadow Fiend, to be honest. Weaver's just not nearly farmed enough to right-click him. So this will make Rezo king of the team fights, as long as that BKB goes off. Navi really light on like the hard disable here. You've got the Rubik lift and the boulder toss, and that's really about it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik can steal something useful, maybe
Hex,
shackles.
maybe, shackles, yeah. But that's hard when you're under-leveled, right? You know, and under-farmed. Seneko, the poorest man in the game. Trying to equalize that now. I'll creep out here top, hit a few creeps.
And right now, Navi they have some defensive vision up at least, like one vision on like, look at the vision they have both wards on like the entrance into their jungle, both sides. This is the kind of wards you want when you're losing. Because you want to know that is it safe to farm the jungle for your cause.
Just eke out that any little bit you can.
Yeah, anything you can, like any, you're just gonna not complain.
Yeah.
One camp here, one camp there, try to claw yourself back into the game. But because they used like 2 smokes earlier, so I think they have only 1 smoke remaining. That's why they couldn't. I think they're not very willing to use it. But they have to, you know.
This is a pretty quick rush. OG getting to work. They commit the wards here. I mean, you look at the Navi vision. Nobody's on the map right now, but they're not showing signs of going towards this pit.
They're scared. But then again, I don't think they can play scared. They have to. I say this again and again. They have to take a fight with this split. How many splits have been used this game?
The one to farm the
one.
wards. That's it.
That's the only one, right? And this is their last smoke, and they smoke too late.
They smoke.
They won't have a.
OG
Yeah, they won't have
show
a
a
smoke
few
for
mid,
something.
but they're fighting into the Aegis and moments into the BKB of Rezo as well. Like, how do you
I
take
think
that
they-
fight? The BKB is a reset. The Psalm is a reset. You know, you've got the snowball interruption. Like, it's just very hard for Navi to get a kill in a team fight, especially with the Aegis.
I think they had to go like a minute ago, but right now I think I don't know what they can do anymore because that was their last smoke for some time, and they can't really buy too much like sentries or gem to remove all this OG vision, and so every movement that they are making will be scouted out. They can only try to farm and get like items, more items on the Weaver.
They're going for
The
a
PL.
long dive here on S4, but the Boulder Smash not timed quite right. The roll in just a bit off the mark, didn't get the silence off, so S4 will just phase shift, get away.
Seneko?
Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Seneko might be fodder for Jerax. The shards actually push him away. A rare miss there. But still, the
But he-
stolen sigil slowing him down. Snowball in 3. He's going to walk back in, get off a little fade bolt. In comes the PL. They might kill Jerax here. Time rolls in, punches him, and will he score the kill? The sigil saving Seneko. His stolen sigil, I should say. And they'll get the first clean kill that I think we've seen all game, or at least in a long time. But it's not really clean, because OG are taking the tier 2 mid. They'll secure some more map control now to go with that ward top. And they'll rotate perhaps towards that top lane, looking for the Weaver. Does S4 fly dive this? They're thinking about it, but General will sense it and back away.
Oh, by the way, didn't talk about the Naga's item yet. He's not buying Radiance.
Yeah, Diffusal and Perseverance.
Is it Lincoln's? What's he buying?
Well, he got the Perseverance earlier, I guess just for the regen, then went for Diffusal, so I'm curious to see what he builds.
Should be Lincoln's, right?
Battle Fury? I was kidding.
but I'm thinking about it because doesn't seem like a too bad of an idea, but
Seems like a pretty bad idea, man.
he's up against PL. Maybe it could work. You know, anything can work. That's what those kids say. Oh shit! You click on his quick buy, you're not even gonna believe what he's trying to buy.
You sound like a BuzzFeed article. 3 crazy items you've never thought of building on your Naga Siren.
Shadow Blade, Battle Fury, and what? Desolator.
I mean, if you get a good Son off with their lineup, that's just like, that's a 5-man wipe. You know, you time that Requiem right, you get the Silence Coil with the Veil down. Navi lacks defensive capabilities for the most part, unless they get the split off.
Yeah, and PL is not a hero that you want to get a BKB on. Weaver maybe at some point.
He
You might
was kind of contemplating his item, ends up going for the Diffusal Blade here.
I mean, you don't go first item BKB anyway. You want to get it later.
Get like the Deso or the Diffusal, yeah. But it's like, no matter what that item is, he needs like 2 or 3 more, it feels like, to take these fights.
Yeah. I think maybe he can go for like one more Dragon Lance, then he has to build his BKB. Yeah, I think maybe that's the case.
Well, guys, for those just joining us, this is game 1 of a best of 3 here. It is single limb, losing team eliminated. Winner will face the winner of our next match, TNC versus VP in the grand finals. All of those matches also best of 3 today. So, gonna be a long day for these teams, depending on how the series unfolds. See how it shakes out. But for now, bottom lane, S4 going for Crystallize, drops the coil. If he has a +1, this is a kill, and he's got Jerax. Rolls in, punches him, so the most farmed hero on NaVi is easy fodder for OG.
Yeah, forgot to mention about the Veil. Veil is very good against PL. Oh,
This
that's
could be
not
bit. Resolution has a BKB. He wants to fight. He's got an Aegis as well. They're going to Psalm. They're going to set up. And No-Tail's found 3, but the team's not really with him.
Steal the song? Too far. Too far.
Just
But
has the
there's a
sigil
split
for now.
here. There's a split here. going on
Commitment for
to
Jerax. I mean, now Dendy's going to take what he can get at this point. Jerax trying to shard himself up to the high ground. He's a little bit faster, it looks like, in the attempt from Fly to save this. We'll get the shackles off. Almost gets back. They tap the shrine a split second late. But they will lose, unfortunately, the Tusk. We'll see if Navi can take the fight from here. They're walking into the Rezo. BKB, big amount of nuke damage pumped out by S4. Finds one, looking for Roger as well. Mows him down with ease. Well, when you use the split just to kill a Tusk, so you're going to pay, but in good news, they do get that retaliation kill, bringing down S4. Dendy able to take him out on the
Yep,
retreat.
still, it's better exchange for OG. They got 3 heroes, and on top of that, they're gonna claim a tier 2 tower.
Is under attack.
That's the thing, Winter. When they win these fights, they take buildings. That's not something Navi does. There's no Deso on the Weaver. They don't really have a natural tower hitter, and they're not in position to do it.
They are not using their splits like well to get like a good split would be you split, you kill 1 hero and then you get an objective, or you kill 2 heroes. You help the team like get a significant win in the game, like in the game, either a huge fight or at least objectives, like killing supports with the split or clearing out the serpent wards with the split earlier. I don't think that's the best way to use the split for them in this game.
Has Dendy played any Brew? I can't recall seeing him on the hero recently. I mean, obviously he's played Brew, but I mean in a, an official match.
He's kind of like Super, you know. They both have their specific set of heroes that they are really comfortable in playing.
Radiant are scanning.
Dendy out in front for now. He's going to get the Drunken Haze off on Rezo. Pumping in the damage here. General doing some good work with that Diffusal. They get the clap off too. And now they steal the Race and Neko. Can they kill off Rezo cleanly? They will. They get him once. There is a Saw in here for round 2 though. And he's still got the BKB.
They got split up. See if they can do anything.
That was nice. Good clean kill on Rezo. Slow down the push for Navi. They're very much in defense mode though. Not what their lineup is designed to do, but hugging the base. Hoping for OG to make a mistake.
Oh, that's a very good ward by Jerax. Sneaks in, places a very deep ward, gives very good vision. And their vision game and warding has been very, very good this game for OG.
Like a ninja.
They dewarded, I was counting, they dewarded 4 of Navi's Observer wards so far.
Definitely felt like, I mean, you mentioned reading Navi, and it's not only the D wards, it's also the map movements. They've clearly done their homework when it comes to how Navi like to play the early game in particular.
They understand their priorities, because Navi makes movements based on, like, not only Navi, but most of the teams make movements based on what priorities they have in the game.
Find us 4 here. Oh, he gets an absolute crazy amount of damage, but has the invis. Can they finish him? Sakuchi tracks him down. Big kill for Navi.
Tower. Tower is the bigger thing. That's their first tower of the game.
But even that is not a clean tower. Still OG are getting something. Tier 2 for a Tier 1. Navi will take it though. They'll take the kill on the puck. S4 almost made it out.
OG's gonna force. They're gonna force people to get back.
They've got the team behind Rezo. Noto with that Shadow Blade. Has not been scouted yet.
What? Seriously? He actually bought the Shadow Blade?
Oh yeah. I'm not. I guess the main idea being around the song, right? To set up the team fight, or what do you make of the Shadow Blade pickup?
I don't know.
That's the expert analysis I was hoping for, Winter.
I mean, you can kind of use it for the song. I guess that's the best thing.
Or to find a wayward Suneko. It's Rezo who scales him out first, and they delete the Grand Magus from the game. Does this prompt a high ground push? The team's not quite there. S4 could make it in time. Jerax will be a little bit late to the party. Let's see what they do. They're thinking about it. S4 just trying to keep those lanes shoved in as much as possible. Now they're going to rotate on mid. They'll have 5 here. They've got the creeps at the base top. Do they go?
I think they need to get a big kill, 1 more kill. If they can get
this
1
could
more
be
kill,
huge, Song. And they're going to start it off on the Brew. They can begin with the Silence here for best 4 if they need it. Where's the setup? Look for the Requiem! Lead it almost! No, he gets up the split, but they do force it out. OG now backing away quickly. Jerax, he wanted to get in from behind. He gets caged by his own shards and will end up falling. That was right down to the last speck of HP, that evasion. I guess saving Dendy there.
They missed the silence.
I guess so.
S4, I think he's dead.
And then S4's gonna die as well, it looks like.
Oh no, actually
So the Swarm wears off. Now he's got the Blink cooling down a few seconds. Swarm coming through again, but phase shifts away from that and should be out of there. So not too much damage. There's no tail. Scouts out Crystallite, but out of here he's gonna look to fight.
Yeah, I think he missed the silence, right? That's why he got the split off. And I think he mistimed it. How did he not die? Wasn't sure. I don't think he got silenced.
Yeah, S4 like kind of backed off. He didn't really go on top of the Brew, so I guess didn't want to get caught, but
Yeah, but doing all of that, Jerax once again places. Just look at the vision. He places another wall in the base. They see freaking everything. No.
Map hack enabled. Just when you thought that died with the Warcraft 3 engine.
Yeah, but okay. So going
But
back to the
S-Force
shadow.
in trouble again here. Swarm catching him out, the puck, silenced up, stunned up, magnetize, another kill. They get
Not this
S4
time.
again.
Not this time, Gustav. Not getting away.
Oh,
But
sorry,
I
you
think
were saying Winter.
the Shadow Blade. I mean, the attack speed is nice because he has defusal, so he can actually quickly burn away a mana from a target.
Silver Edge for the PL juxtapose later.
Don't think he'll get Silver Edge for that. I think he just keep it a Shadow Blade and just buy other. Maybe a
General
Lincoln's Manta.
making these moves here. Continues to force out these BKB charges. In goes Crystallize. OG in a headlong retreat now. They're waiting for their puck, no buyback. And NaVi sense it. They're going to run down Fly. Rezo's got to deal with the Swarm. The Song to reset this, but they don't have the puck for the team fight. I don't know if they can really take this one. Fly's going to die. No Tail's now at Biz, but they've got the vision for him. Dust gets cracked open. They blow the Song. They've lost 3. NaVi right back in this game.
I mean, this is not the first time we see Navi having a hard first 10 minutes, but they make really, really smooth movements in the mid game to get themselves back into the game. That was a very, very good move there by Navi. They caught out Gustav at bottom lane before that, so they know that there's only 4 heroes, and they immediately ran to the next nearest hero because they have the numbers advantage. They caught another hero, and then OG tried to save them with the Song, overstayed his welcome, that does kills him. Like a series of chain feed because of Navi's very, very quick reaction.
And now the Shadow Blade is, undoubtedly less effective as Navi know it's coming. They're always packing dust. They might have sentries ready.
I mean, Shadow Blade is always like either a 4-hit item or like a PogChamp item,
There's no in between.
Yeah.
Especially with this lineup, because it's like especially important to get that one big team fight win. And it looked like they had it bottom. I don't even think you can fault the item. Like, No Tail set up the fight, they just didn't execute on it.
I think, yeah, the main thing is the puck not getting the silence on the brew. Otherwise the brew would definitely 100% did. So is he's getting BKB on the brew. I was thinking the other choice, A on this. I guess BKB. Yeah, but I guess BKB is better.
BKB is safer.
Yeah. I mean, A on this is like cool,
Yeah.
You have the status resist, like bonus status resist, like what, 25%. They have a lot of disable.
I guess the worry is like OG have so many long duration stuns, like you get that cleanse, but then they just instantly stun you again. So
yeah, but it's more or less enough, right? Because that 2 seconds you should be able to get your spirit off.
And the Earth Spirit should come in. He should interrupt the fight in theory. So yeah, it could work.
In theory, but obviously BKB is like the the safest choice.
You're reformed man, Winter. Now you're arguing against the BKBs. You're playing devil's advocate.
I'm not arguing. I'm just thinking about other possible better solutions. Because you're not gonna hit people like how much white damage or right click damage you're gonna do with Panda in BKB? Not much, right? And Aeon this gives you make sure that you get your spirit off, and he gives you the status resist and HP.
NaVi looking for those long-awaited towers. OG has held the line quite nicely up until now, but tier 2 dropping quickly. Not gonna respawn soon. No Sol though for a minute. S4's gonna try to fight this, but he's in pretty far. Has to orb away. Rezo waiting in position. The BKB was cooling down, so he couldn't guarantee the Requiem. But here comes the Hex. The lockdown on Denny, but the stolen Son from Soneko shuts OG down. Everybody out of there. It's all for naught. OG get denied.
Gosh, that was
the power of the Rubik.
That sequence of event was like what, 5k goal lead cut away by Navi. Well done, well done. And they are going to be able to proceed to one more big item on the PL, which is going to be extremely, extremely big, because the Naga is like, okay, the Naga's items like this, I don't think he can fight the PL.
I don't know if anyone can fight this PL right now, and at least not in a fair fight. Rezo blows them up with the Requiem Mags and will get the kill, but now Dendy sees OP, jumps in, gets off the clap, gets off the ult. Rezo's got a man fight, the stolen Requiem by Soneko, but the BKB negates the damage. Still though, Rezo can't deal with this physical damage. The Weaver's pumping out, his BKB is gonna end. The pain begins, he pops. Can't count how many times we saw that animation in the fight, but NaVi, they'll get 3 in the end.
What a play! What a play,
Saneko, I mean, he was real poor Winter. He's 1-6, but
bro!
he's having a big impact.
This guy had like 2K net worth like just 1.5 minutes ago.
Stats do lie, guys. This stat pressing the wrong button here. This stat, that's a lie. That's a big
What?
lie. Ignore that
Can you
6.
Can you fill me in with the stat?
He's dying a lot, but he's making plays.
Wow.
That's the stat.
So right
Is
now,
this
I think
Navi's
Navi-
game now, Winter, with the way the tables have turned?
Yeah, because you look at the SF items, SF went for the Aghanim, so you look at their heroes. So who is actually going to do right click damage? He's going Aghanims into Shivas, so there won't be like a Maelstrom or anything to deal with the illusions.
And OG
Like-
they're like all nuke damage with the Shadow Fiend build, and now you see multiple BKBs coming out for the side of Navi. They won that fight without them. It's gonna be tough. See if OG can execute.
Is under attack.
The PL is a huge ass problem right now. I mean, yes, you have the Veil to look for the real PL, because you always have the magic weakness buff on you, even your doppelganger, but they can't kill him now.
Fortified.
S4 threatening, I guess here, might be trying to go in on Roger. No, he's just going to clear up the wave. But meanwhile, that does mean one less here at the pit. The Roche not dead just yet.
Oh.
No Tail looking for the song. The snipe. Can they do it? Shards coming through. The Roche dangerously low. Can he kill it in time? Riptide. He snakes the Aegis. Redemption for No Tail. Navi, though, still might clobber them in the pit. They hit hard. They'll kill No Tail once. Oh, wasn't worth it, Winter. He's going to die again here, it looks like. Where's your path out of this one? No Tail is lanced up and spit out, and all the while S4, he killed off Roger bottom, but he didn't take the tower while that was happening.
I think that was okay. I don't know if it was. I mean, I don't know, because they lost 2 heroes, so still it's a price to pay for that.
Shows you what a problem the PL is in these fights.
A golden thread.
Just runs over them, and he's about to get another item, Crystallize. See maybe that heart coming out, the butterfly. Maybe both, at the rate he's going.
I think you buy heart first, I'm sure. You wanna make sure that you can't die in the combo. Yeah, I think I would agree with the heart first, then the butterfly next.
Because he's going to win that war of attrition, you know, like his damage output over time is much higher. It's really a big burst for OG.
You pretty much want to keep the fight going longer if you're Navi, because you can actually just do so much more with the... Like, Weaver and PL are very good heroes at taking drawn-out fights.
Well, he does complete the heart now. You're looking at a PL with 3,400 HP. It's a tall order for OG. They had this game in their grasp. A few key mistakes in fights and fantastic plays by Saneko put Navi back in the game. And yet, despite the gold graph, feels like in the lead. Still hold their base. They didn't lose any racks or tier 3s just yet.
I mean, you can say Navi decided to use their panda split properly.
Yeah, that's true. The first few fights that they won, or the first actual like team fight splits of the game.
Radiant are scanning.
As S4 tries to do a little chip damage here, the team's slow to come back. The Radiant's smoked up, and they do catch one on the scan. But it might be Crystallized they walk into first. Can they actually burst him? That's going to be tough. It's General who moves in. He walks into the Shivas of Rezo. BKB netted in position for now. They get the Hex off. The Earth Spirit stays alive, though. Saneko with the Zoni Requiem to push them away. The counter Requiem comes through from Rezo with the Ags upgraded. Now the Song. The wards get plopped down. There's still a Brew Split. There's still a BKB. Can they really take this fight? Fly, thinking about that Hex, No, Denny gets off the BKB first, gets off the split, and now they're getting forced back. Rezo has the cheese, he stands his ground, he pumps the damage into Roger, but he's in trouble. The PL chasing forward with the help of the Pandas. The whole gang's in town. Shiva's on the retreat, the jump forward, doppelganger, snowball back, everybody to try and save King Rezo. Will Crystallize run him down, turn him into dust. A few more pecks from those spears. Into the fountain he goes. He's still chasing the damn man. He says, okay, a little too far. A little too far. And he might pay with his life. Oh, is this a feed? It's a feed. Well, they still get another 3 kills, but they don't get that shadow feed.
Okay, that is some CIS dotes right there. But Sonika survives, and he has Song of Siren again. He finds the regen, so he's back to full health. And now NaVi are the ones with the deep wards, the good vision. One on each side of the jungle. They have a gem on the panda, so that's going to allow them to further strengthen their map control. Just need to wait for the next Roshan, I guess, before they can do something like that again.
They're feeling very confident now. I think that crystallized play says all you need to know about the state of NaVi's opinion on this game.
Yeah, because their heroes don't deal with the illusions well, and Naga is... I don't know what's the Naga gonna do now with this kind of build. And he just used his buyback.
Those items could have just won them the game around 20-25 minutes, but now they really don't scale well into the late game, as you're mentioning.
Right now you want like Lincolns, Manta, yeah, I mean, good luck getting that. And you can't really fight the PL head on because PL has more brothers. You have only 4 of you.
Oh, they find Seneko, but he has that stolen song. Can they burst him? No, sorry. Everybody take a nap. NaVi ready to fight. The PL respawning in 1 second's time. They're going to set up the kick. Ooh. Not timed quite right. They go for the shard strat, but it's on the man of 1,000 faces who probably can't be trapped too easily. On the rear is General, scouting out. Oh, he BKBs. He's been trapped. He's been netted. He's controlled. In comes the PL. The counter song from Notel. They'll get that clean kill now. Perhaps they look for more shards coming through. BKB by Rezo. Wind him up. Spit out the damage. They bring it down. Quite a few. 3 pop just like that. Might be 4. The Bruce Split comes out. The PL is still healthy, though. The raid boss, at least for now. But he runs away. He's just going to leave Dendi.
Dondo is in trouble.
The monsters and OG are going to claim that kill. 4, maybe? Tries to blink, tries to run away with the Wind Panda. Oh, they see it, they see it. Lock it down, punch it up, and a few more slashes, they will kill him. So it's 4 dead like that for NaVi. And no more big spell steals for the Rubik. This could be a tower the other way, Winter.
Yeah, they were like way too split up for that fight, and Osprey didn't manage to do anything at all in that fight. He just got 1 shot by the, or maybe 2 shots by the SFRP with the song.
OG, they look for this big lane of racks. They've been searching for it all game long. Can they find it? NaVi pushing in again. Dendi, no split just yet, but he's going to usher them away. Has to buy back to prevent OG from claiming that key objective. And now TPing in is Seneko, but S4's there. He's ready with the trap. No tail coming through as well. The BKB committed by Rezo, being hounded by Crystallized. Roger's all in on this fight. They lose both supports to get the party started. Now Rezo on the run, but for now being controlled. No tail gets the sawn off, nets up General, looks to get OG out of here cleanly, but Crystallized still hunting, still chasing. Can he bring Rezo down? Too tanky with that Shiva, so he'll make it out. Outmaneuvered by OG and some very crucial buybacks and expensive fight for NaVi that just didn't go their way.
Yeah, I think they were like rushing things a little bit. I understand that they feel like they can fight because the SF didn't have his like BKB up. They understand that, so they were but they were only like 3 heroes when they started to go in. The Rubik and Osprey they came in like 1 by 1, so they just got picked off 1 by 1, and they didn't have all the heroes at the same time in the team fight. That's why they couldn't win it, even though the SF didn't have BKB.
You go back 5 minutes, they were in such a good position, NaVi, but now really have to play very defensively. No buyback on the Brewmaster.
More importantly, they lost the gem though. That's like a huge blow against this Shadow Blade Naga.
And Notel now has the Lincolns as well, so it's even easier for him to set these fights up.
Yeah. Theoretically, if he goes past detection, he goes behind the team. You pop your Brew Split or the Weaver BKB. They song the rest of the heroes and they focus the Brew and the Weaver first. That could also be a good way of OG winning the fights with the song.
We'll take a look at the vision here just for a second. Not a whole lot of wards up for OG at the moment. 1 very defensive hill ward.
Bro,
they just plant out another.
Do you need glasses? I can loan you one.
They just placed that one top. There's actually 3 for OG Winter, I'll have you know.
Okay.
So do you need a calculator?
Yeah, Mingli can't count. Yeah, sure.
Well, alright, here we go. Jump onto Crystallize. Looking for the PL takedown. Punched up, controlled for now. Rezo forcing them back. Requiem comes through. He gets it off. Annihilates the Brew Split, but still the Magnetize going strong during this. And the Earth Panda shrugs it off. Moving forward. They'll try to finish up Rezo. The stolen Requiem again, just zoning OG away, but no real damage done there.
Yep, the Osprey actually went in and kicked the PL out. That's why the PL didn't die.
It does have the butterfly complete as well, so Crystallize if they don't kill him with that combo, almost impossible to take down after.
I'm thinking should he go BKB next year?
That for a while that was kind of the popular PL build, was the BKB Abyssal Blade, and just man fight.
Because I feel like he kind of might want to have it against all this disable and spell damage. Like it's pretty value. Like SF is because SF gone for this build, and there's a shaman, there's a Puck, there's a tusk, everything. Everyone has so much. I mean, it won't be good against the song and snare, but at least it'll be good against the rest of the heroes.
Well, he wants Abyssal first, but I mean maybe the BKB is his 7th item.
I don't know. I don't know if he wants it though, because generally you don't want to buy BKB on PL.
But sometimes you need to. It's all magic damage, really. Like the Shadow Fiend's items, like he does get a nullifier now, so little physical damage, but he's been very focused on that big team fight combo. Suneko, rain around the trees, orbing away, and S4 will abandon pursuit. Gets juked a little bit after the unpause.
So for OG, big items coming up. I mean, Puck has the Arcane Rune. That's very, very useful. Naga, Manta next. SF pretty much has everything he needs now. Not sure what you change later. Maybe get a Moonshot, Boost of Travel. Maybe you swap your SNY for something else. Butterfly, I don't know.
Yeah, does he go back into like the physical damage build for late game? He's gone for the nuke talents, I guess, so the cooldown reduction, the spell amp, the shadow raise damage.
So according to this, you should be getting Octarine Core next.
Probably, yeah, like maybe a refresher at some point in the stash or the backpack.
I mean, I guess, but I kind of like going back to like the right click.
Do you like that hex build that we saw a few times this tournament in this kind of game?
Not bad, not bad.
They go for the smoke here, they're gonna find Fly, the lift comes through, now trapped out, but OG looks to spring the trap, the song is there. A very painful surprise, Elites Requiem! Oh no, it's not in time actually, Rubik comes out, the split goes off, and now hell breaking loose as Rezo tries to run away, doesn't have the BKB duration that he needs, he's getting pounded from the rear, Crystallize brings him down, the Death Requiem doesn't kill off General, they lose their key core, they're gonna lose Jirex as well, and it's a frantic scramble forward down the mid lane. OG, they know they need to shove these lanes and stall the game, because they just got bodied in that fight.
That's because they missed the combo. They didn't. I don't think the initial Requiem did damage, if I'm not mistaken.
The Rubik orbed away, I believe, or blinked away, and then
the Earth Spirit didn't take damage from the Requiem.
And then the Panda BKB'd and split, or maybe just split instantly. But yeah, they didn't really do anything. It's a tough combo to hit as you go later in the game, Winter, when the BKBs come out.
I mean, the Earth Spirit should have been dead there. Like then the fight would be -1 right at the start.
I think Roger got the blink off instantly, so tough for OG.
They lose the gem?
Not sure, let's check. Nothing on the Dire Courier. There's one gem in the Radiant base, so they might have the only gem.
Yeah, I think they kept it at base. So they have to be careful with like, because the SF went for this kind of build, right, they don't have much physical damage. So if they mess up the combo, it means no damage later. Like not zero damage, but
right, minimal damage, yeah. And on top of that, the Naga's not gone for a hard carry build. This is like a utility team fight Naga. So she's not gonna carry the fight either.
Unless you can get like some butterfly or some maelstrom. I don't know. I think they need some ways of addressing this PL illusion. So far they have only like, yes, you got the Requiem with Aghanims, that's great, but once that's down, then how do you clear it out just with the razors?
They're just doesn't seem like their lineup's that well suited for it, and this is why Navi banned the Gyro, the Dusa for the late game, I guess. Thinking they might be able to finish the draft off with a PL.
Yeah, but then again, like I'm sure there are other heroes that can deal with the illusion since they had the... I mean, they could have... But they just wanted Naga for the combo and the illusion hero.
The execution a bit lacking some of those key fights earlier, so OG now. Gotta dig deep, push out these lanes, try to find openings.
So you were asking me about the hex, right, earlier? On the SF?
The Hex build for the SF, yeah.
I feel like they have enough disables.
So
Like, they're
Bloodthorn is what Resolution wants here.
yeah, they need damage. Apart from the Requiem, someone else has to be able to deal damage.
NaVi
they're
might
like
catch
kinda-
one. They might
they're kinda
catch
like all
No-Tail
in.
fleeing. They've got the vision, but he gets into the trees. That is a very difficult
Radiant's
jump.
top tower is under
Might just take the tower instead.
Yeah, and Gustav is making sure that Navi has to worry about the bot lane. Yeah, didn't even manage to get the tier 1 at top, but slowly but surely Navi is going to slowly get it later. But OG once again having this like 7-8k lead in the game. But Roche attempt, is this gonna be a disaster?
Will NaVi take it? The Roche is dropping quickly. Shards block the path. They jump around to the south. General looking for the opening. The illusion's coming in. The Roche is low, but the Son is there. Denny BKBs splits his way forward, but it's too late. Rezo's already claimed it. Now the Brewling's getting to work. The Aegis grabbed the cheese also on him. Early BKB, but Crystallize just shrugs that damage off. It's insufficient, and meanwhile the Puck jumping off to the south side. So despite grabbing the Aegis, getting the cheese, they lose the Shaman, and they just do not appear equipped to take these head-on fights. So OG, they'll deny that to NaVi, but it feels much more like a denial than an acquisition of their own.
Yeah, it was close. Panda actually, I think his blink got cancelled. He meant to like blink in and and he's, by the way, he's level 25 now, so he's gonna have that almost 24/7 split uptime. So he's gonna be really strong now. And by the way, Sonico managed to get Song of the Siren once again,
Dire's top tower is
so it'll be
under
useful for the
attack.
next fight. And tower, another tower, tier 3 tower goes down, so this illusion's keep pushing. So this Naga is slowly becoming a annoying menace. And S4, by the way, getting run down by General.
Still chasing him. I'll make it back. But the Weaver's starting to become a problem. We've talked so much about the PL has the completed Mjolnir. NaVi getting more firepower in the arsenal. Let's see what's OG building aside from that Bloodthorn. Looks like S4 going for the late game Dagon. Did get the gold per minute talent. Butterfly
I
en
can't
route
wait
for
to
No-Tail.
see the rapid fire talent. But no one ever, no one
I mean,
ever does it.
420 gold per minute is, it's too dank to ignore, and it's just too delicious, man. That's
I
like
mean, if you have physical damage, like if you have damage items, that talent is actually legit.
Do you think like that's the way to go this game? Because they do need physical damage, but he's not that farmed either.
Dire's top
I'm not sure.
shrine is under attack.
Maybe it could work, but like you say, the 420 goal is like, it's too useful.
That's the thing. Like, in order to make that rapid fire really pay for itself, you need a ton of gold. So it's a tough choice. Maybe if you're a
Dire's
Midas
top
puck.
shrine is under
Yeah,
attack.
and if you plan to do that, you would want like the 50 damage talent
Oh.
at level 15.
General missing on the swarm there. Might have had a chance at S4,
Scanning.
but would have been a long dive anyway. They will scout out No-Tail here top. Worming his way through the trees. OG starting to set up on the bottom
Dire's
lane. We'll
top
see if
shrine is under
they want to
attack.
take a fight with NaVi. Very risky business, and if they saw that song get stolen, then they know there's extra ways for NaVi to turn these fights around. Very tentative, but finally, they're going to make their move. They're looking to bait on the S4 puck. Is it a beautiful trap? It looks like it. Roger down. General, time-lapse BKB, and run the hell away. Scurries through the trees, looks for the TP out, and OG unable to find him in time. Oh, Jarek's almost did. Close call.
I think this Panda has to, like, you want to be using your split all the time to scout though. He's not doing that because you have this level 25 talent. Like, you just want to, like, get whatever you can with the ulti because of the uptime. I don't know, that's what I think when you get this talent. Like, you should be maximizing, like, scouting or whatever. Because the Wind Panda is a very good scouter.
Dendy reveals himself. Fly's gonna blink in. Drops the sentry. You know, Dendy is being very patient with the split.
Dire's middle tower
I mean,
is
it
under
is a what a
It's a low cooldown, so it's like, I don't know.
yeah, it's over 50% uptime for 4/7. So you only gotta wait 15 seconds at
I
most to
think
get
the
the next one.
cooldown is 15 or 14 seconds. Yeah, 15 seconds in between.
And especially if you're using it aggressively, unless you die, you're likely to you know, be fighting far enough away from the base that it'll be up again before they get there.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know the previous fight that they had in bottom where they tried to kill S4? If he's like spamming his ulti, getting information, they might not have got caught there. Like, they might have scouted, oh, there's people behind. Let's not do this, you know. I mean, I'm not saying he will find them, but there's a chance.
Well, how about a Dagon 5? Does that change the equation? S4 grabs it. We've seen them get heroes like to half health and not finish them.
They're gonna need like a pipe. Okay, so Neko has it soon.
It's a lot of damage that S4 can pump out, and maybe enough to finish someone who thinks he's safe, like General. Sakuchi's into the trees, gonna find S4. Oh, who's found Tomb? BKB's TP's out. He's not taking any chances. But this opens up the southern half of the map. Rezo, bring down the the shrine rather. Get them that extra bit of map control, which still favors OG by a decent margin. Still got 2 tier 1s, a tier 2 up.
I mean,
Their base all healthy.
PR is like pretty much almost capped. He's gonna have his MKB. Okay, like he's like pretty much capped. Moonshot doesn't. I don't think the moonshot's going to, you know, change a lot. So, I mean, this is as strong as it's gonna get. Whereas on the OG side, Naga has one more item. Presumably, if you swap your Shadow Blade to something else, and Puck obviously, you can choose to get a Hex or something else like a Refresher, maybe. Or E-Blade even, like those are like to replace the use, those are good options for you.
And the Navi BKBs, I believe, are all down to 5 seconds now, so...
E-Blade could actually be really good.
Oh, they find S4. Big trap to be sprung. Can they lock him down? Yules? They might need a third hero to finish him off. Orbs to the south. Does Navi pursue? They will try, but he's just too elusive, that pesky Puck.
Yeah. Puck, man. Very, very hard to kill. And they're using all this time to push out the lanes when they're just busy chasing down.
They're gonna try for Crystallize here. They snowball in. No tail with the net, but Crystallize standing his ground. Now the Psalm, the reset. Requiem coming through. They brought him down to half. BKB, rev it up. Will it be enough? Crystallize still low. Punch. He's dead. Big pick for OG. And meanwhile, on the southern side of the map, Dendy's got to pop the split here. Got caught by the coil. Weaver too also being brought low by the Puck. Looked like solo. As OG start to find some momentum, get their footing here. Down the stretch, 50 minutes in. They're on offense.
Force the buyback. They're gonna force the buyback.
They might be able to catch Dendy. They're gonna net the Earth Panda outside the base. The orb, the zap, they got him. He's got a buyback. Probably has to use it. 110 seconds on the sideline. PL also buying back. And that top lane, while this was all happening, gets caved in. Tier 3 falls. Bottom lane exposed. OG might have a plan B of ratting this one out if they can just find those occasional pickoffs. They're going to have the mobility advantage with the Puck and now a second pair of BOTs coming momentarily for No Tail. Ready on the courier. They found their third wind, Winter.
Things not looking good for NaVi now. No buybacks on 2 heroes. I mean, OG pretty much just needs to wait for, like, Roshan is going to be up. They just need to wait for the next Roshan. I think this is the 3rd Roshan, right? They're going to have a refresher shot on the Shadow. Oh, this is the 4th Roshan. He already has 1 refresher shot. So, next Roshan with another refresher shot. I guess maybe on the Naga. I think they should be able to end the game with that.
Just go straight for the Megas at that point.
Yeah, or, I don't know if he actually gave all the shots to the Shaman, so he just like pops the ulti everywhere.
I mean, it's definitely the best ult of the ones to give the pressure shard to, but you know, will he get him off or will he just die, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you give it to the Naga runs in, he songs, you put the wards, you kill the base, and then he refreshes, he songs again, you put another ward. It's easy.
Definitely a lot of good candidates for that item.
Yeah, low risk, you know, like, you don't have to feel like in danger of doing something like fancy. It's just a very stable play.
Oh, OG. They've shown some great stamina here down the stretch. Very patient play, just waiting for Navi mistakes, punishing them where they find them, and picking them apart at the seams. They still look for that full lane of racks of melee. They've managed to clip a ranged top, but not super important here in the grand scheme. They'll need more structural damage. And they're setting a trap, looking for General to worm his way in. Has the Lincolns, has the BKB, a tough kill. Navi smoke behind him, and they're going to make their move. The Taser to start, but General gets off the BKB, tries to fight with Resolution. He is not fighting that man. Oh, no, sirree, not by himself. The pull fly back in, and they only steal the Ether Shock. Not optimal as No-Tail Psalms tries to run another boulder toss. Oh, it's on cooldown. I think No-Tail's a bit too fast here. Gets back away to safety. S4 looking to go in. Trying to set up here on Seneko. Zaps him, but with the pipe. This is a very tough kill. The boulder toss dodged. Gustav playing with this food, but now the Cyclone. Dispel it. Bring him back down to Earth. Dendy split gonna end. Meanwhile, up top, and the fight's still breaking out as they've chased Resolution down. Crystallize able to finish him off, and No-Tail trying to join this one and help him may also pay with an additional life. The Naga's in danger. S4 frantically scurrying to the south. He's going to try to push in the bottom lane, rat it out on the melee, but before that happens, they likely lose. No-Tail, the Rage Drax picked off, but the price is a heavy one to bear. Dendy gonna have to split ready soon. He'll at least salvage the melee, but 2 Rage Drax down, Winter. No buybacks forced out, and a big lead opening up here for OG. 21k now.
Yep, the PL totally dominated that fight. 3,000 damage done.
But they're not getting objectives off of these fights. They're not forcing buybacks. Do they
They
even
got a
get
tower,
a tier
though.
2?
They got a tower. They got a
That's-
tier 1.
They got a tier 1, okay. Wow. Oh. that tower had like 50 health. That hardly counts. They need more, you know, like that happens again, they're probably losing a melee.
This refresher shot on
It seems a waste to give it to Dendy, you know.
Earth Spirit.
Yeah, Earth Spirit, I would say. Who has
I
a
mean,
Shadow
if
Blade
Ruby
episode now.
If Ruby gets a good steal, it could be useful on him.
He almost stole, like, there was either the Hex or the Shackles last fight. So many good spell steals this game. This is probably one of the worst ones at this point.
Yeah, I mean, right now I think it's time for PL to buy a moonshot for the Weaver, for the Panda. Like, he's so rich.
Yeah,
Doesn't
just
have buyback.
become the bank for your team. You
Oh,
know?
he's buying BKB. Okay, great. The ultimate last item.
His stash is worth more than the Rubik. His backpack, I should say. As they're gonna chase Jerax out here, maybe try to force that Naga buyback. They might actually be forced to use it if Jerax goes down. Trying for the Requiem. Rezo's gonna force them on their heels. Look to kill off Roger. Low, not dead yet. Rolls out, but the coil snaps him in half. He'll fall. The trade, though, is gonna be Resolution dying. And just like that, OG in danger. Will Resolution buy back? The Naga's gonna be coming soon. Jerax on the run. The puck back to the well, but the base under siege as Fly gets to work. He did looks like use that refresher shard, but Navi still looking for melees here. It might turn into a full-on base race as there are only 3 racks remaining for Navi. Dendy back into the fray, has the split coming soon. Crystallize, mauling No-Tail. Really want that Shadow Fiend buyback, but it's just not happening yet. They'll stall here with the song. Reset for round 2. Fortunately, the wards are too far away to threaten any other buildings. BKB comes through, split as well, and just keep on hitting those crucial structures. Navi thwacking away bit by bit, inch by inch. They finally claim Pater, their first million of racks, and it'll be a full one. So still a slight advantage here for OG as far as those racks go, but this fight could decide it. Puck Yule's up as he gets silenced, looking for more. Can Navi find this additional kill? Blinks away, Jerax back to safety. OG just biding time, waiting for that resolution respawn. Doing a great job at stalling here. Crystallize has to back, No-Tail on the chase. Could butterfly his way forward. And meanwhile, S4 shoving in the top lane. They gotta get back, gotta deal with him. Weaver, no buyback available, did go down in the midst of that. So Navi playing at a disadvantage here with the Shadow Fiend coming up. The buyback advantage for OG. They could be in a lot of trouble, Winter.
I was very surprised Fly actually put both the wards at the bottom racks. I thought he was actually gonna one aside, you know.
He probably could have gotten another Rax if he did.
Yeah, I think so too. Not sure, but I felt like he could have gotten more. Like maybe at least another range Rex or something else. But as it stands right now, they have 3 racks remaining, 2 melees and a range. They still have a refresher shot on Roger, but he has that for the next fight with his Shadow Blade. Cheeky. Shadow Blade Earth Spirit.
You know, need that double magnetize perhaps next fight to turn it around. Right now, look
or
at
even the double stun, you know. And I think the refresh refreshes to your stones too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh really? Oh, that's big. But he might not get a chance to use it the way he hopes for. His OG make their move forward, commitment onto Crystallize. Very tanky though. Roger using that refresher sword, trying to turn this fight around. forcing OG on their heels. They get the Brewmaster split out. Meanwhile, though, mid lane, the wards have been dropped down. OG could go for a song here, cut them off, prevent the base defense. That's exactly what Notel's going to do. And so middle lane starts to fall. The melee down. The ranged is going to be next. And meanwhile, up top, the tower, the Rex is also low. They might just get Mega here, even in a one fight. They're going to finally bring down Resolution still. This is buyback. OG not using them. Jerax low, but not dead yet. They turn back, trying to hold on to that last Rex. That last Rex, they're about at that point where they have to consider an all-in push. So low, and it will stay alive, but that next push is going to end it, Winter. NaVi running out of buffer buildings here. They're going to have to make a move real soon.
Now.
Dire's middle
Now.
tower is under
They have
attack.
5 heroes up, they're gonna regen, and they have to go right now. Otherwise, the Shaman ulti comes up in like a minute. And yeah, it's gonna be just Megas. I don't think they can do too much about it. But even No-Tails just like waits for his next song, sends his stuff in.
General called out here. He doesn't have the buyback. Down for 100. He died back last fight. He dies now again. OG, maybe an opportunity for them. Very risky. You mentioned they need to make a move, but that is not the move they had in mind.
I think that's Megas. They're just going for it.
Yeah, they'll charge in.
Dire's courier
Look
Yes,
for Crystallize. The Dire Courier sniped out in the meanwhile. Had an Assault Cuirass on it. Oh, that's painful for NaVi, but more painful is if these buildings fall. S4 shoving in bottom. The rest of the team patiently waiting their respawns. And that's been the story of the game. OG just more disciplined, not taking these risks, running around with no buyback, diving the fountain. And even now you can see they're just being patient, waiting for the respawns.
Yeah, the previous one where they saved the Rezo buyback, I think that was really important. I was thinking that they might actually have to use it to, you know, defend the Rex, but at this stage it's like the buybacks are more important than the Rex unless you are saving the Megas. Then you can use the buybacks for it. But otherwise you should prioritize the buyback over the Rex.
Notel does eventually grab that completed Silver Edge about an hour into the game. Only game one of the set. BO3 showdown here, but OG certainly in control now. Perhaps the most precious resource is the buyback at this stage, and they've got 4. With only the Tusk needing to farm his. Is Dendy jumping in just to clap waves back, but you can see the Nagas spreading out, shoving in mid, shoving in bottom. Might not have the Radiance, but still these waves are favoring them.
Yeah, if they want to be like 100% safe, they just wait for Roche. Roche is going to be up in a few minutes, and then get another shot.
Here comes the Psalm. They'll Psalm the south. They'll push the north. The wards get plopped down, and I just don't know how NaVi defend at this point. They can just cheese them all day like this. Poking away at the Rex, almost dead. 2 more volleys from the wards might do it. They'll hang on to it. 50 HP, 60 HP. One more push. That's all it's going to take for OG. And one mistake from NaVi, and that could be it. Game just hanging in the balance for them.
I mean, if this continues, they're just gonna eventually lose, you know. They have to try and go out and try to kill someone, or be ready to even give up mega creeps for like to exchange for a team fight.
So like where, like when they have to take a risk, is it like a straight down mid kind of thing? Do you try and like...
They have to kill someone without buyback. Who doesn't have buyback?
They all do, except for, I believe it's Jerax.
Yeah, then never mind. They just have to try and find someone, kill, and try to push and force the buyback.
Oh, they're trying to set up an advanced scout here. Roger out pretty far, but he gets scared, has to roll away.
Talking about scouting, I think the Panda split should be used to scout, like seriously. Like he's not been, like he's just waiting for fights to happen.
Here we go, here we go. Little BOT2 surprised to get the silence off. Can they lock down S4, finish him off quickly? Magnetize committed, still phase shift, and it looks like he's out of there. Meanwhile, you can just see Notel trying to sneak in the middle lane. The illusions are headed that way. Resolution on the back foot. Roger ended up going down in the midst of this, and they've even got to just to drop that defensive Brewmaster split, it looks like, to hold the line. While the song catches out Crystallize, OG can just reset here. They forced out another buyback from NaVi, who pretty much have no choice at this point about using them.
Yep, and OG has the choice of just waiting for, like I said, wait for the next Roshan.
Oh, Dendy caught one though. He got Jerax. Oh, General's gonna miss there on the swarm, and meanwhile, No-Tail just takes down Sniggle on his own. No buyback even available for him. As S4 shoves in the top lane again, gets the zap off on Daddy Coil as well. BKB gets forced out split, might just have to be used here, and the illusions come streaming in.
Should be GG.
Will be dealt with. They lose 3. Roger dying again, General down again, and OG can take this top lane, take the mega creeps. Don't know how NaVi holds from here. Crystallize could have 10 items and they would just be able to probably saw him and take structures anyway. Kill one at the fountain, just insult to injury, and OG pull the game out. It looked bleak for a little while. NaVi had a couple of key fights, but OG outlasts them. More patient down the stretch. Tier 4's default, thrown to pop, and OG. They selected NaVi as their opponent, and it seems like a good choice so far. Out 1-0 in the series.
Bro, I told you right, 50-50. See, so close.
That was really close. That really could have gone either way. It could have ended even earlier, that bottom fight early with the Shadowblade song, just the timing slightly off for OG, didn't get off the silence on Dendi.
Yeah, but then again, you think back about the early game, how they were using like the panda splits. Not good at all. They didn't get much out of the first 2 splits.
The first one was used to farm wards. I think the second one, I can't recall. I don't think it did much.
He kills a support.
Killed a support,
I don't know who. Yeah, I don't know which support, but he killed one guy. And like, I think that was like 16, 17 minutes. He only used like the speed twice. That was also another issue.
Well, not Dendi's most played hero, that's for sure. So NaVi maybe a bit out of their comfort zone in that regard, but still they had their chances. Like, they're going to go back and watch that game. Crystallize dives at the fountain and dies. General with the dieback and then dying again while he didn't have buyback pretty far away from his T. Like, there were mistakes that could have been avoided for NaVi as well, which might have allowed them to take this game. Still, give OG the credit. You know? Give OG the credit. They saved their buybacks in that key push mid, and that did make the difference.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean game from OG either, but they showed a lot of composure when they were, losing a few fights in a row. They managed to make the right choices, item selection as well. I think overall, even though I wasn't sure with the Aghanim builds, and then he went for the nullifier at the end, but I think everything worked out in the end for them.
Well,
managed to,
a win is a win, no matter how they get it. They're up 1-0 in the series. One more win, and they will be into the finals here at MDL Macau. So coming up next will be Game 2, guys. The next series after this, of course, is VP versus TNC. So should OG take this, some interesting opponents they might face in that grand finals. But it's not over yet. NaVi will have a shot here in Game 2, guys. Stick around. You're watching Beyond the Summit. And by the way, Cyclops is also providing a second stream for those who enjoy his Cassie over on Beyond the Summit too. So be sure to show him some love. Check that out. But we will see you in a little bit for that Game 2.